Yes, 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 yes. So this is supposed to be, here you go. Syria. Where is it? It was up here. Christianity. Yep. Mount Sinai Peninsula. Now, I'm not going to imply anything specifically religious, but what I want to lead to is, or allude to, is that in the time of Christ, more than one species of humanity existed at the same time. And so then you might have reason for religious war against another species of humanity in order to raise us further in a righteous war closer to God. And despite the enemies for which would otherwise be interpreted as, demons or soldiers of the devil, because that's what people do when they want to kill people, is that they'll dehumanize the opponent, and then they'll turn them into a monster. But the thing is that, we know so much, and then we don't. Now, other wars between between Homo sapiens and Neanderthals have also been recorded in human history, as described through, again, oral tradition, and that's where you get the difference between highbrow and lowbrow culture, is that's a description of the actual brow, right, of your actual brow in your skull, which will give you an indication as to whether or not you have Neanderthal DNA in you, or if you have Homo sapien DNA, or if you have hybridization of the two of them. And this is where it leaves, in my my logical deduction without any evidence, and I must specifically specifically highlight that I don't have evidence for it. I only have the work of other people and the information that's in front of me. So the hybrids, because of genetic interactions, would have a higher likelihood of chimerism or microchimerism. Is these mutations are actually the basis of evolution to begin with. So let's go, sapiens versus Neanderthals. There you go. So the size of the pelvis. And if you've been paying attention to 4chan or any other, like the birth rates, and also, birth rate of natural birth rates to C-sections, because the narrowing of the hips and the reduction in penis size over time, because of the amount of environmental contamination, and because the species of human that's emerging, it is because of, again, from it's like this H.G. Wells time machine nightmare, where someone was delusional enough to think that we could have biological machines and to devolve a certain segment of the population to make them into biomechanical machines that don't require maintenance, just food. That's crazy. It's totally crazy. But people are this fucking stupid. But the reason is because they're not people. They're not people as you ever thought and I ever thought before. because of the diverging, and again, by my assessment, 3 from 2, because there was convergence and then singularity in their own time where it was only Homo sapiens. And so, life finds a way. And no matter what, memento mori, one day we all die. And I'll tell you one thing, I sure as hell am not going to let my line of DNA disappear to these fucking apes.